Okay, so for today on our career workshop, we are very happy and excited to bring you a topic on personal development. And we are not doing this alone. As we did previously, we are in collaboration with a wonderful organization called Elite Mentorship, and they are here to support us to deliver this webinar to you. So my name is Ruth. I'm a learner coordinator with ALX, and I'll be moderating the session for today. Again, just a reminder, kindly go onto your various pages and remind your friends to join the session. And thank you so much for coming.
Hello, Ruth. If you can hear me, it looks like you're on mute. I've been trying to text you, but it's not coming. You are muted and the recording is off. Okay, it's back.
Okay. The internet went off a bit. Okay. So we have our recording back as well. Yeah. So for our icebreaker.
And Ruth, sorry to interrupt you. Make George co-hosting.
Okay. Everyone to know you are able to Mr. Mark, can you see my screen, please?
Okay, Frank, can we help the slide? Okay, I can see your screen now. You have the icebreaker up.
Thank you. It seems today the internet is not friendly for me at all. But let's hope that it stays on throughout the session, yes. So let's engage a bit in the chat. Would you rather have someone have access to your thoughts, or you rather let someone have access to your internet history? So let's engage in the chat. Let's see what you think. For me, I'd rather let people have access to my internet history, right? Because I don't really do shady things there.
Or
Yeah.
in incognito.
But my thoughts is my private space. And I also wouldn't want to have access to people's thoughts because I don't think I'll be able to deal with the chaos or the information I might end up finding there. Yeah. So I think a lot of people agree with me and they are saying internet history, yeah. Internet history of, because getting to know what goes on in someone's mind, well, you read thoughts actually.
Yeah.
Stella, you read thoughts. That's interesting. Patrick says internet history. My thoughts will have me killed. Wow. So you go for internet history. That's interesting. Mami Champo. That's interesting. Right. So thank you for chat. So without wasting much time and hoping the internet favors me, our objective for today's webinar, as part of what we are trying to do here at ALX, we always say that we are not only equipping you with technical skills, but also soft skills, right? And one of the things that we are also very passionate about, and especially for this sprint, is to ensure that you also gain career readiness skills. Okay, so that's why we have partnered with Elite Mentorship as you're
Okay. Welcome back, Ruth. I think the internet is really misbehaving today. You're still on mute. Okay. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Mark, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much. So the name of our organization is Elite Mentoring Program, and we're happy to be partnering with ALX once again. Today on this personal development, can you hear me?
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Beautiful. So today we're going to have a session on personal development. Last time we had a wonderful session, and today's session promises to be even more exciting. And Elite Mentoring Program is a non-governmental Christian-based NGO, and we've been doing mentorship for the past 4 years. So you can look us up and you can decide to be a part of it. So without much ado, I want to introduce our speaker for today. I am honored to introduce Gertrude Frimpomaa Owusu, a distinguished professional with over 10 years of experience in project management and community development. One of the things I would like to say on a personal note about Mrs. Gertrude Frimpomaa Owusu is that I call her Auntie Gertrude because personally she mentored me when I was in senior high school. So you can see that she's been doing this for many years, and her input in my life has been very instrumental, and we're really, really blessed to have her here today with us. So I'm not gonna waste much time. We're gonna get into it. So I'm happy to introduce to you Mrs. Gertrude Frimpomaa Owusu. Everybody shouts. Yeah, more smileys, more smileys. Share the link. I sound like Alpha, but yeah,
Welcome,
share the link. Share the link.
Jude. Welcome. We are happy to have you.
Thank you, Mark. And thank you for
All right,
having
so,
me.
Okay.
Actually, okay, so I wanted to share my video if the network is good. Because the host has stopped the video. Sorry.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm happy to be here today. I'm happy to be here to share with you my thoughts on personal development. I'm sure most of you have heard about it before or are already on a journey to personal development or have ever been on a journey to personal development before. But then today we would want to discuss or share what we all know about personal development and how best we can pursue this course effectively. Okay, so if you can hear me, can you give me a thumbs up, some roses, anything that will let me know that you can hear my voice? Good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so personal development is a very broad topic of study. It's a very broad topic and it has been studied for several years. I mean, the literature shows that it has been studied for over how many, 6,000 years now. And I mean, as the years go by, there has been transitions, transformations in how people pursue personal development or how people understand personal development. Okay, so I'll not bore you too much with theories. I think sometimes we do a lot of theories and then forget about the practical. So I think that I would like to set up the expectations up front. So if Frank could move to the expectation slides. Okay, so for this session, we'll look at what personal development is and then look at what it is not. I mean, compare it to other kinds of development, business development, product development, organizational development, economic development, and kind of look at the differences between personal development and then these other developments, and then why we should even pursue personal development, okay? And then some areas of personal development that are essential for us as young people as we grow. Like Pastor Mark said rightly, I've known him for some time now. At every stage in our lives, there are different areas of development that we want to pursue. At the time I knew him in secondary school, he had a different thing that he wanted to, or he needed to develop on. Now he's a full-grown man. He needs other things that he would want to develop on. So those are some of the things that we would be looking at. And then how to obtain personal development. What are some of the areas that we can go, some websites that we can go to get things to do that will develop us personally. Okay, so before we move on, I would like us to watch a short video. Kindly pay rapt attention because after the video, I would like to know your views on it and what you have gathered from this particular video. So please, let's watch this video.
Here's the big challenge of life. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. And of course, the other side of the coin reads, unless you change how you are, you'll always have what you got. Somebody once said, if you took all the money in the world, divided it up equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. Success is something you attract, not something you pursue. Success is looking for a good place to stay. So instead of going after it, you work on yourself. Personal development. See, the major question to ask on the job is not what are you getting? The major question to ask on the job is what are you becoming? See, the big question is not what am I getting paid here? The big question is what am I becoming here? Because true happiness is not contained in what you get. Happiness is contained in what you become. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. How do you develop an above-average income? And the answer is become an above-average person. Develop an above-average handshake. Develop an above-average smile. Develop an above-average excitement. Develop an above-average interest in other people. Develop an above-average intensity to win. Probably one of the most frustrating experiences in life is looking for an above-average job with above-average pay without becoming an above-average person. For things to change for you, you've got to change. The last 6,000 years reads like this: opportunity mixed with difficulty. That's how it reads. It isn't going to change. Well, if it isn't going to change, how will my life ever change? Answer, when you change. See, that's how life gets better for you. Not by chance, but by change. You must learn to handle the nights. They come right after days. You must learn to handle difficulty. It comes right after opportunity. But the question is, how do you handle it? How do you handle the coming winters and the disappointments and the downtimes? Well, you can get stronger, you can get wiser, and you can get better. The winters won't change, but you can. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom. The major key to your better future is you. I think it's an unending challenge to see what you can become.
Great. So I would like to see in the chat box what you think personal development is from the video. What do you think is personal development? So there are going to be two questions. So the first one is, what you think personal development is based on the video? So can I have some comments from you? At least if I see 10, and I move to the next question. Good. Someone said working on yourself. Awesome. So it's what you become. Okay. Please, I want to see more responses. It's working on yourself. Deliberately becoming better, becoming more than an average person. Personal development is in the mind for things to change. Everyday change in your life. Great. Great. Okay, changing to become better. Okay, so now the next one. So I think that our responses are also incorporating how we pursue personal development. Okay, so how can we pursue personal development from the video? How can we arrive at or achieve personal development? Because we have noticed that personal development is about working on ourselves, working on yourself as an individual. Okay, someone said working harder on yourself. Okay, what else? Embracing challenge. Constantly adding value to yourself, changing the way you do things for yourself. Continuous improvement. Apologies if I don't read your comment. Doesn't mean you are not saying the right thing. Every answer is correct. I'm just reading the ones that pop up in my face. Embracing change. Okay, thank you very much for the engagement. Thank you. Did we all see the drama? The drama with the blood on the hand when he was playing the drum so hard. Sometimes personal development involves that hard work to the extent that you feel the pain, but then because you have not achieved what you are looking out to achieve, you continue until you feel that pain in you. Okay, you are continuously seeking for development for yourself to the extent that you have pain, but then you ignore the pain and still pursue it. Sometimes personal development is like that, depending on where you are at in your life or where you want to reach. Okay, so there are some key things that came out of this video, which you have rightly mentioned them in your comments. So I would like to add on to it. One is that success is achieved through working on oneself. It is something that we attract, okay, and not something that we pursue. So you have to attract the success that you want to attract. And it says true happiness is not in what you get, but in what you become. Sometimes we enter a space, we enter a job space, and we are looking for what we want to get from the space. We want to know how much money is in there, what are the fringe benefits, what are the other goodies that we'll be getting from the job. But then if we look at what we are becoming through that step that we are making in that job space, we will focus on developing ourselves, because what we forget is that after whatever job that we are doing is taken from us, who are you? We should always ask that question to ourselves. After your certificate, after the job, if you don't have a certificate, if your certificate is taken away from you, if your sociology certificate is taken away from you, if your computer science certificate is taken away from you, who are you? Who are you? So if you understand who exactly you are, then you know where you are going. And so every space that you find yourself in, you pursue what you want to be. Yes, you are a computer analyst, you are a social science person, you learned nursing, you are a medical student, whoever you are. Apart from that, yes, it is a job, but then who exactly are you? What do you want to be? Is it just being a doctor, or is it just being a nurse in that space? You need to develop to move beyond just being the nurse that you come to work every day and you are looking after patients. There are several other things that you can do for yourself to develop yourself. And that is why sometimes you see people, they are so embittered in the work that they are doing. They've done it for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And every time you meet them, they are always complaining. They are always complaining. Oh, and this job, and my boss is like that, and so. And they are always lamenting about things because they have failed to develop themselves. And so the job can always part with them at any point in time. The job can always part with them at any point in time. So you remember one point that was mentioned in the video that said that on the job, you seek for what you are becoming here, not what you are getting, okay? And then the fact that you cannot continue to do the same things and then expect different results. If we continue to do the same things, we cannot achieve anything differently, okay? If you want to become slim, if you want to lose weight, now a lot of young people want to lose weight. If you want to lose weight and you continue to eat at night, how will you achieve the weight loss? You can never achieve weight loss by eating late at night, okay? You have to change the way you do things before you can achieve personal development. So I think, is there any question on the video? Do you want anything to discuss on the video? And then we'll move on to the next aspects of it. So this is for the practical part, then I'll move into the theories of personal development. Is there any question? You can drop it in the chat box. You can unmute and talk if that is allowed. I don't know from that means if that is allowed, but then I think the chat box is fine. You can put in your questions there and then we can talk about. But if it is not specifically on the video or what I have said so far, you can just hold on, and then as we move along, we will ask questions even after the session. Is that fine? Am I talking to myself? Please, I want to see some emojis. I want to see thumbs up. I want to see that you are here with me, you are listening to me, and you are understanding what I'm saying. Good, good, good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, so what is personal development? So I'll first of all talk about what development is. Okay, I know most of you are graduates, so if you don't see explanation of theories, maybe you say we didn't say anything today. So according to the Cambridge Dictionary, okay, development is the process of growing or changing and becoming more advanced. That is development. So development can happen in any organism or in anything, as in anything that can grow develops, okay? And then, so in that effect, when we talk about personal development, then we are talking about development in human beings, or the process of growing, changing, and becoming more advanced as a human being. So that is for the personal development part. So personal development is about the human being. Development can be for any other organism, whilst personal development is for the individual. Okay. So as we have said earlier on, it's actually a conscious pursuit. If you want to develop yourself, you have to be conscious about it. You have to set out your goals. You have to know what you want to develop yourself in and then pursue it. Okay. And then also it's a lifelong process. Personal development never ends. It can never end, because at every stage in your life, you need to pursue some level of development. So for instance, when we are growing up from primary school to, let's say, junior high school, there are certain things that are expected of you. Let's say you should be able to speak French to some extent, okay? You should be able to use the computer, at least you learn computer science in school, so you should be able to maneuver around the computer. You should understand certain things. And so sometimes your parents might even enroll you in a French school or in computer lessons or something, just to equip you so that after JSS, you have that. So sometimes after secondary school too, some of us, you pursue maybe driving skills. It is aside what you have learned in secondary school, but then you apply that to driving skills, okay? And then maybe in university, you can choose to maybe go for attachment, industrial attachment, and then get some skills in working before you start your actual work, or you start your national service. And that is why you are starting to do national service. So sometimes you see that some people study some courses and then they'll be posted to a village somewhere to go and teach, so that you gain industrial skills, to be able to relate with people, to be able to know how to work, understand some work ethics. But see, for instance, if you have undergone all this process and you have gone for national service, when you went for national service at a bank, all that you were doing was probably collecting checks from the tellers, and then you send it for clearing. Or maybe you are just marking attendance or something very minute, not a big thing that you are doing in the office. Or some of us, you went for national service and all that you were doing was buying watches for the workers. And you started doing that as a national service person. 1 year after national service, you were taken on board in the organization. Then when you started working as a staff, you have been taken on as a staff. Then you continue to buy watches for the other staff in the office, or you continue to be at that desk where you were only collating the checks that come in for the day and writing it on a sheet of paper and then go and submit it. That is not good. And you continue to do that for about 5 years in that same office, not pursuing anything. You have not decided to do any course, nothing. No course in banking, no course in finance, nothing. All that you are happy doing is that, oh, when I come, at least I'll get paid. When I come and I even go and buy watch for the whole block, about 50 people in the block, I'll get paid. So what is my own? No, you have to constantly seek for personal development. If within 1 to 5 years in a job, you are still doing the same thing, that means that you are not working on yourself and you feel embittered within yourself. Maybe your bosses will not give you new things to do, but you as an individual, what have you done for yourself? So that is what we say, that personal development is a lifelong process. You have to always pursue personal development at any point in time in your life. And then also personal development includes activities that improve awareness and identity. If you don't know who you are, you will not be able to identify what to even develop yourself in. You must know who you are, what you want as an individual. Some of us, we don't know ourselves, but you have to constantly ask yourself, who am I? Where am I going to? What do I want to be? Yes, you may have gone to school, studied nursing. Yes, but aside the nursing, as I said earlier, if your certificate is taken away from you, if there is no nurse, if there is no job, if there is nothing like nursing career, who are you? What do you want to do? And that is what even support us, or that is what assists us to even do our jobs better. Because we know that, oh, for me, I love to care for people. I love to support people. I love to give assistance to people. So you realize that there are other things that you can develop yourself in besides nursing, or besides going to the hospital to maybe give injection or administer medicine or any other thing that the nursing career does. Okay, so that is where you can even have a side hustle where you are probably having a non-governmental organization or something that you are running by yourself and supporting orphans and so on. So those are the things that will even give you joy aside the work that you are doing. We have to develop ourselves in the areas that we are happy about. If you don't know yourself and you don't know what you want to do or where you want to go, you cannot even develop yourself in the right areas. Otherwise, when you hear people moving to do banking courses, you just follow them. Okay, now this is what is in vogue. Let's all go and do it. This is what is in vogue. Oh, everybody is on this website trying to apply for something. Okay, let me also apply. Everybody is doing project management. Okay, let me also go and do project management. At the end of the day, even the certificate that you get from that course has not been relevant. Know yourself and pursue personal development. That helps you to achieve your goal as an individual. Personal development develops our talents, our potentials, it builds our human capital and facilitates employability. So as I said earlier on, if you have not developed yourself, you don't even look attractive in terms of your career or the career path that you have chosen. If you don't develop yourself as an individual, you are not attractive because your certificate is hollow, your CV, is hollow. It is only about you going to secondary school, going to university, doing whatever other course, and then you are working. And then even at that workspace, you have not done anything else to develop yourself. But I believe that all of us here are on this space because we are seeking to develop ourselves. And that is why we are even wanting to join this program and then be able to get some kind of knowledge on how to develop ourselves. Please let's move. So now I would like us to look at some other forms of development, which is not personal development. And then we kind of see the difference between them. So let's look at what business development is. Okay, business development basically involves creating long-term value for an organization through market research, strategic partnerships, sales strategies, networking, and identifying new opportunities. So business development mainly is actually channeled from, let's say, the top management, the CEO, the management in the organization, or any institution that you find yourself, so that we want to go in a certain way. And so everybody is moving towards that direction to make sure that the organization is earning profits. Okay. And then we look at product development. It's also the process of bringing new products to market or improving existing ones through idea generation, research and development, prototyping, testing, and then launching the product. So that is the process that a product goes through. So if, for instance, we want to produce improved shea butter, okay, or let's say we have a shea butter, we want to have a perfumed shea butter on the market. So that is, we have the raw material. Maybe at a point it was just shea butter. It wasn't perfumed. It didn't have any other additives to the shea butter. So the product goes through that process, and then it is for the good of what the organization or the company that is producing that shea butter. Okay. So business development, product development is all towards the end goal of developing an institution, a body that is responsible for these things. But then the human beings within the organization are going to support in this business development. By the end of the day, we realize that it is for the bigger good of the organization that we are working with. And then we have organizational developments, also the entire organization, okay, which is focusing on improving an organization's effectiveness through planned changes in processes, culture, and structure, including change management. It includes training, performance management, culture building, and process improvement. So sometimes in organizational development, the individuals in the organization may not necessarily be in favor of the kind of development that the organization may be going through, but because it is the view, or it is the world view of management, everybody in the organization must get aligned. So if for a particular year or for the next 5 years, the strategic plan of the organization is that we want to increase customer base. And so now everybody must go and learn how to deal with customers, customer management. Everybody must go and learn it. So everybody will be running helter-skelter. We all have to increase our customer base. Everybody must go and learn how to manage customers, how to speak on phone, how to relate with customers, because we are all going out to market and then make sure that our customer base is increased. There is nothing in it for you, the individual. It is all for the better goal or for the good of the entire organization. That is why we pursue organizational development, so that the organization will develop. At the end of the day, we say that the individuals in the organization were taken through some training to be able to feed into the strategic plan of the organization. Then lastly, but not least, is the economic and financial development, okay, which aims to enhance economic well-being and quality of life through investment, promotion, infrastructure development, job creation, financial management, and policy making. So this one, mostly, it has been spearheaded by policymakers, okay? So policymakers may put in place some measures to support the economy of a particular country or economy of a state or whatever, so that at the end of the day, we see that, oh, there are infrastructure in our country. We are creating jobs. I mean, there are people are financially stable, or there are policies in place that will make sure that people are investing in certain kind of services. So what I want to bring to our attention is that all these other kinds of development are necessary, but then they are for the better good of the bigger group. It is not for the individual. It is for either a company or for entire society or for a bigger group of people, and not the individual. So now, where does the individual falls, or why do we even need to have some kind of personal development for ourselves as individuals? Because it is the individual that will now feed into these bigger pictures of these other kinds of development that we have spoken about. Can we move on? Okay, so specifically, personal development involves a lot of commitment and efforts to a particular course of action. If you are not committed to any course, you cannot develop it. As I said, and I will keep saying it, we must know ourselves to be able to pursue any form of development. Okay, and then there are several areas of personal development that we can pursue. The first one that we want to talk about, career development, which is the general one. Okay, so in career development, you are enhancing your skills in your particular career path. Okay, so I'll give myself as an example. I'm a development worker. If I say I'm a development worker, I'm talking about somebody who works in the NGO space, the non-governmental space. So I started off working as a program officer with an international organization. So when I started, I was a program officer. So what will you do to enhance your skills? You need to read a lot, read about a lot of things happening around us. So we were focusing more on women empowerment, how to get women involved in decision-making and governance in Ghana. Okay, so we need to read more. Then from there, I pursued further studies. So as the days go by, you see that, okay, I mean, my space here or my time here has elapsed. So you move on to another organization. Personal development is not only, our career development specifically, is not only about going back to school to do a master's. Okay, you could have short courses to pursue to get yourself some requisite knowledge on what you are doing, on the specific career path that you have chosen. If you have chosen to be a banker, there are so many things that you could do. You can carve a niche for yourself and say that, okay, as for me, I'm only going into small and medium enterprises support. How do these small and medium enterprises get grants or financial support for their businesses? That is the niche I've carved for myself. So every form of training on small and medium enterprise, I'm going for it. So you realize that at a point, you become the go-to person for that particular topic. If they are looking for people who are well-versed in small and medium enterprises, supporting them in financial, in access to financial services, you are the person, you'll be one of the people that you'll be called upon. Okay. And then the next thing is also emotional and psychological development. Okay. That is in relation to emotional intelligence. Some of us, we easily get angry. We easily get emotional about things. We combine work and emotions. We combine even our studies and a lot of emotions. So the least thing, we take it to heart. When you are working and you take a lot of things to heart and become emotional about it, one, two, you are crying. One, two, you are reporting somebody in the office to your superiors. Everything, you are all over the place talking about somebody, and somebody did this to me, and somebody did that to me, and I'm not happy here, and this space is not good for me. Then that means that your level of emotional intelligence is quite low, and you need to work on it. It might not be your fault. Sometimes it is because of your socialization, but then you need to work on your emotional and psychological growth. You need to work on it to be able to accept people. You'll be able to accept people's ideas. Some people, when you sit around the table with them, they always want their points to be heard. They always want to feel that what they are saying is the best, and that is all. Nobody can counter what they have said. Me, if I meet you like that on a discussion table, I'll always make sure I counter what you are saying, so that I'll see what you bring back. If you like, you can cry, but you cannot be crying on the job. You cannot be crying because somebody did not speak well to you. Walk up front the person and then talk to the person that this thing that you did to me was absolutely wrong. It is unacceptable. As young people, we should be able to stand our ground and know what we want. And once you are emotionally intelligent, you understand other people from their point of view and be able to speak to them in a way that will be acceptable. There's a different way we speak to our superiors. If you can deny it, we have a different way we speak to our superiors. We have a different way we speak to our colleagues. We have a different way we speak to our subordinates, if we have subordinates. Okay. And so we should be able to know when to use certain words, when to say certain things to people, so that everybody feels okay around us. And then as much as possible, we should protect our mental health. The work that we are doing, we'll always look for other people when we are no more. So when you are at work from your 8 to 5, yes, concentrate on your work. After work, take off work off your mind. Unless there's a demand for you to do something for somebody which cannot wait till the following morning, do not even carry work home. Some of us may have families. You have to attend to your families. You have to attend to others and then build yourself as an individual. You might use your time after work to read a book, to go online and search something meaningful that will benefit you, to look for something that is a soft skill that you want to learn or you have wished to learn. Some of us, we have wished to learn how to bake. We have wished to learn how to do something that will bring joy to our faces or bring joy to our hearts, or you've not gotten the chance to do it. After work, that is the time that you should use to do those things. Okay, if there's really nothing to be done on job, don't go and sit at home and be brooding over what somebody said in the office. Hey, today the nice dress that I wore, nobody even said it's nice. I've changed my hairstyle and nobody even said I'm wearing a nice ribbon. I mean, everybody has their own wahala. So don't think that somebody is thinking about you or somebody said something to you because you have changed your car or something. We have to protect our mental health, be emotionally intelligent. And these are areas that you can actually develop yourself. There are tools online that you can use to assess yourself emotionally. You can use to assess your psychological strength and things like that, and then build it. When we are growing, maybe your emotional intelligence may be low, but as you are growing, you need to build on it. The next thing is physical development. Pursuing physical development is the same as pursuing physical fitness and health. Okay, some of us, we have thrown everything to the wind. We eat anything. We eat anyhow. We eat at any time. You might think that because now you are younger, you can eat anything. But note that at a point, you may be asked to stop eating certain things. So why don't you start protecting even the things that you eat, how you are living your life, the kind of things that you are consuming into your system? Why don't we start protecting so that your system itself becomes acclimatized to it, so that there's no way somebody may come and tell you that stop eating ice cream, stop eating cake, stop eating egg, stop eating fish, stop. So what should we eat? If we minimize the amount of things that we eat, I mean the junk that we put into our system, the kind of things that we know are not good, you yourself minimize it. Sometimes we get new jobs, we are being paid so well, and so we feel that, oh, this is the time to be drinking everything. You take malt, you take fizzy drink, you just chew any meat anyhow. You taking alcohol, you just putting anything into your system. You know that for our bodies, garbage in, garbage out. As you are eating, as we the ladies, your stomach will be bloated. Even the gentlemen, your stomach will be bloated. You see somebody 25 years, 26, 30, the stomach is so big, the cheeks are all over the place. I mean, it is not the best. If that is because of what you are putting into your system, you might have to check it. You may have to check on your one, that is your dieting. You have to enroll on an exercise routine. When you go on YouTube, you can see so many exercise routines. We are so busy, sometimes we don't even get to exercise, but at least 3 times in a week we can exercise. And this is an area that you can even pursue for your development. So as I said earlier on, every stage of our life and the level of development that we are seeking. Maybe you have realized that, oh, now you don't feel so good in your body again. You can't even show your arms. You can't wear the nice dresses that you want to wear, the nice shirts. Some of us, all that we do is we can't even tuck in our shirts because of our tummy, because of our body. We can't tuck in our shirts, even though our job requires us to tuck in our shirt. If your job requires you not to tuck in your shirt, that is fine. But it also has health implications. If we don't feel happy for ourselves in our body, we don't feel happy how we look in the mirror, it is also an indictment on our health, because it then affects the second level of emotional and psychological development. Okay, so let's put in the effort to develop ourselves in these areas. Please, let's move on. And then other areas too is on social development. Some of us, our communication skills is so poor. If you realize that is your weakness and that is what you want to develop on, you have to embark on a journey that you are developing yourself socially. Our literacy skills, understanding the world, what is around us, what is going on around us. Sometimes you can go for an interview and the CEO may even ask you that, tell us what is happening around the world. What is the current news? I know young people like you are very versatile. You are very versed with what is happening on the internet and things like that. Don't let us only focus on these funny videos, posting memes and all those things. Sometimes we can use the time that we are searching for memes to post and people will laugh, to search for these informative things to enhance ourselves. Now, when we sit around the table with other people and we are talking, to be able to give meaningful contributions because we have developed ourselves through reading, through following people who speak nicely, and then be able to know what they have been doing and then learn from them. And then I think last but not at all the least is spiritual development. Okay, each of us here have a greater being that we revere. So for me as a Christian and for other Christians over here, we all pray. We pray through Jesus Christ to God. Okay, so I think that as individuals, we should also develop ourselves spiritually. Some of us, we don't pray. We don't read our Bibles as Christians. We don't read our Bibles. We don't pray. We don't go to church. Since COVID, we have never attended church. You are not in any group. You don't participate in any church activity. All that you do is wake up, go to work, and come back home. As young people, it is not good for us. We have to embark on spiritual development. Take a time to retreat. Take a time to study the word of God, to pray. Make time to pray, because if you have not started making family now, when you start making family, they take your time. Family takes your time. Children and spouse take a lot of your time. And so if you have not invested spiritually into your life at this stage, then when you start making your life with other people or another person, it is going to be a very, very big challenge. And then you see that there's a big hollow in your life. You have a big gap in your life because spiritually you are not covered. Anything just comes and bounces at you. I'm not talking about alpha hour kind of spiritual development. Only joining alpha hour or joining a group to pray is not enough spiritual development. I'm not saying it is a bad thing. It is very good. At least it can be a starting point for you, so that after that, you can now sit down yourself, study the word of God, study and read, study the word of God and pray. It is very essential. Similar to our Muslim brothers and sisters, anything that you are worshiping, you must be committed. You must be committed. I'm a Christian, and that is why I'm sharing on the Christian. Apologies to any other person who is not, the other people who are not Christian, but I think I've made mention of all the religions very well and have acknowledged the fact that we all revere a supreme being, and we must make sure that we are committed to that, because it brings us inner peace. It brings us inner peace. And so whatever that is happening to us physically, you always have a greater being that you can always fall on, and not a human being. Okay. Can we move on? Okay, so why is personal development even important? Why is it important at all? First of all, it brings self-awareness. Okay, so that is the first step actually. You have to be self-aware. If you want to pursue personal development, you must be self-aware. Before you know that I even want to embark on personal development, what do I want to do? Who am I? Who am I? I think we must always ask that question to ourselves. Who am I? Where am I going? What do I want to do? Sometimes our life is all over the place. We are just following friends. We ourselves, we don't know what we want, which is not the best. And that is linked to the second point of bringing a sense of direction. So if at any point in time in your life, maybe you are 25, you know that, okay, at 25, what do I want to do? Where am I going? Then you know that, okay, at 25, if I don't have a job, at least I have my first degree. Do I want to do a master's? Or do I want to do a professional degree course? Do I want to continue applying for jobs? Or do I want to enter into entrepreneurship? Maybe find something to sell. Maybe start running my own bakery or something, because now I'm not getting a job. Why don't I create the job for myself? Okay, so where will I get that money from? Then you start reading around. Where will I get the money from? Okay, my mother has some money over here. Let me go and beg her. I'll pay back. Let me go and ask this my family friend. Let me do this. Let me do that. Okay, so I have this small money. Let me start this small bakery. Maybe I can bake bread. I can bake cake. Where will I sell it? You see, so you pursue your personal development course with a lot of direction. If there's no direction, then you'll be developing yourself, and at the end of the day, you cannot even say that you have developed yourself. You'll be pursuing everything, but you must have a focus to what you want to achieve, and then it improves focus and effectiveness. Okay, it brings motivation. If you have developed yourself, you are self-motivated. That's why we put in our CVs, self-motivated. You yourself, you realize that even the self-motivated that you have put there is not motivated. You are not motivated, but you are put in your CV, or you tell people, oh, me, I'm a go-getter. I'm self-motivated. How are you achieving that self-motivation that you have put on a paper to share to an employer? It also brings about greater resilience. It brings greater resilience in terms of you are able to accept a lot of things. You are able to harbor a lot of situations in your life, because you know that if today my job is no more, if today I don't have a job with a government agency or with that NGO or with that hospital, at least I have something else, because I have built myself or have developed myself personally. I have pursued other things for myself. I have read this document. And so even if somebody comes to me that, oh, please, I'm writing my thesis, can you help me edit it? Can you help me go and collect this data? You know that that skill that you have gained can also fetch you some money, even if you don't have an 8 to 5 job. I know how to bake. I know how to make beads. I know how to sew. I know how to make hair for myself. That's when I learned it on my own. And so aside my 8 to 5 job, I can even do these other things and then still get money. I can speak. I can stand in front of people and speak. Okay, so now this topic that is up, I know how to exercise. I can do 1 or 2 exercises. Okay, let me get on YouTube, do some exercises for back pain. I know some people have a lot of back pain, and then I'll speak at it, and then people will follow me on YouTube. Now, your generation, you have a lot of advantage. Content creation itself is a job. Content creation is a job. Being on YouTube, creating relevant content is a job on its own now. Some time ago, that thing, when you do it, whose internet are you going to use to download that YouTube to go and watch content that somebody has created in their sitting room or in their kitchen? Nobody is interested. But now, people are interested in that because people are always on the internet searching for relevant content. Somebody doesn't know how to prepare wachi. The person will go on the internet, how to prepare wachi, and it will come. How to prepare zongo wachi, it will come. And somebody will download it. It is somebody's content that has been created and somebody has gone to download it and is looking for it. That can actually be your kind of personal development. And you have developed yourself in how to create content. You have developed yourself in how to do essential photography, essential videography, aside your 8 to 5. So you are self-motivated, you are resilient. Whatever happens around you in your career, whatever happens around you, you really don't care. Because if I take away your certificate, if I take away your 8 to 5 job, you still have a job to do. You really don't care. And then you have more fulfilling relationships. Okay, if you have developed yourself, you are able to have a lot of relationships because people are looking for you for other things. People will not only come to you when they need somebody to go and buy or to come and mark the checks, or somebody who can just write nicely the checkbooks or whatever. No, they will come to you for other things because you are very versatile. You are very versed with the computing system in your office. You have learned that aside whatever teller job that you are doing in the bank. So everybody that has a computer issue will come and call you. Oh, I see this thing that we are doing. How do I even log in back? How do I even log in? Help me. You see those old people, most of them don't know how to get their way around the computer. So they'll always come and call you to come and support them. You have other skills attached to what you are there from 8 to 5 to do. Please, let's go on. Okay, so how do we obtain personal development? How do we obtain personal development? Please, is there any question that you want to ask me? I think I've been talking for a long time. So if you have a question, you can ask. Otherwise, you can write it down, and then after the session, you still ask me. Thank you, Richard. He says, please flow. Thank you. Please give me some thumbs up. I want to see some thumbs up that you are still alive. You are hearing me loud and clear. I'm making sense. I'm not boring you. You are not dozing off. You are not scratching your back. You are listening to me. Okay, thank you very much for the thumbs up. Okay, so some of the things that we can do, or some of the steps that we can take to obtain personal development, is to recognize our strengths. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so in developing ourselves, we need to target our strengths. We must, so in line with knowing ourselves, we should know our strengths. We should know what we can do, what we can do with joy, what we can do effortlessly. Okay, sometimes we are in a certain job, we are struggling. We are struggling to understand how things are being done. But then there are other things that we can do effortlessly. Every individual has things that they can do effortlessly. I had a colleague at work. My friend could sew, even though she had not been to any dressmaking school. She could sew. She could sew a tote bag. I don't know if you all know tote bags, simple bags. She could sew it. So every time we go to a seamstress together and the person sews for her, she always had issues with it. She can actually rip off the whole dress and then sew it again for herself. So I told her, my dear, then sew the thing yourself. Somebody will sew for you and you rip the whole dress off that the person did not do this right, the person did not do that right. Then, my dear, sew the thing yourself. And now my friend actually is a fashion designer. She has stopped doing development work and is a fashion designer. She could do it effortlessly. It just came to her hand. My friend knows how to braid hair. She can braid her own hair with the ultra that we use, the extensions. She can braid her own hair perfectly. So these are skills that some of us we have, but we are hiding it. We have it, we are hiding. We think that, oh, graduates, dear, why should I go into this kind of work, that people who did not know anything in school were doing it? Why should I go into such a job? My dear, now those are the things that are fetching people money. 8 to 5 job, yes, with your master's and PhD, whatever, it's good. It's good. When they call for certificate, you have some. You can show, oh, I have a certificate in blah, blah, blah. It's very beautiful. But the skill that you have is what will put you in places that other people cannot enter. That skill that you have to go for an interview and say that, oh, in addition to my certificate, in addition to my knowledge in computer science, I can actually sew. I can actually sew for a large group of people. I can actually bake. I can actually MC programs. So it's an added advantage. So if there are 3 people who came for the interview, and then one person can be an MC and still do the computing, they will go for the person who can do computing and then do MC, because when there's a program in the organization, you can be the MC for the program. You can speak publicly. You are good at public speaking. So they will go for that person. So please, let's recognize our strengths and develop ourselves along our strengths. And then also set smart goals. If we are setting a goal, we shouldn't set goals that are over and above the board. When I say smart, it means specific, S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for relevant, and then time-bound. So specific objectives clearly state what you want to do. Clearly state it. Don't say, I want to do this and that, then do another thing. And if this happens, then I will be specific. I want to develop myself I want to develop my emotional intelligence skills. I want to develop myself psychologically. Okay, so now you are going. Okay, so you are looking for the path to achieve emotional intelligence. And that is it. So when you are done, then you move on to something else. Set up your goals. Okay, be specific about it. And it must also be measurable. Okay, so what are the actions that I can take to achieve this particular goal? So let's say if you want to lose weight, maybe you want to lose, okay, so your specific goal is that I want to lose weight. Okay, how much of weight do you want to lose? Okay, maybe now I am 86 kilograms. So I want to lose about 6 kilograms so that I'll be 80. Okay, that is measurable. So from time to time you can check, where have I gotten to with my weight loss journey? And then it should be achievable. Okay, it should be achievable. If you are 86 and then within the next 3 weeks, you want to lose 10 kgs. Hey, that is a very big dream, which I don't know how you'll be able to achieve that 10 kgs within 3 weeks. If you have been able to gain the 6 kgs that was added to the 80, you don't even know how it came about. Okay, so you have to give yourself achievable goals, things that you set up and they are reasonable to be able to achieve it, and they are relevant. A relevant objective makes sense. Okay, it fits the purpose of what you are going to do. So if it is relevant, then you know that, okay, I'm reducing the quantity of food that I eat. I have stopped eating at night. You see, things that you can do, that you can achieve it within a good time, and we stay consistent to it. And then time bound, as we are going, and also because we have said that personal development is a life journey. Every time we are always developing ourselves. We must have timelines to every level of development that we want to pursue. If your personal development goal is to probably learn how to drive, and then you are going to learn how to drive for 5 years, that is very unrealistic, and I mean, it is a very myopic way of looking at things. Okay, you cannot learn driving for 5 years. Okay, you might as well go into something else that you want to develop yourself, but maybe that is not your strength. So please, what I'm saying is that let's identify our strengths, and based on that strength, let's set smart goals. Okay, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. Okay, and then we find mentors. We find a mentor. And then the second aspect of finding a mentor is that we should know how to relate with our mentors. We should know how to relate with our mentors. If you find a mentor, so a mentor, we all know who a mentor is, but maybe I would want to shed a little bit light on who a mentor is. Okay, so a mentor is somebody who has probably walked the path that you want to pursue. And so you feel that you are comfortable around that person, and so you want that person to kind of guide you, kind of support you to be able to achieve the goal that you have set for yourself. So as an individual, you must have your own goal. A mentor will not come and set your goals for you. You must have your goal and be able to identify that one mentor that can help you in this area. So let's say you want to pursue wealth management. So now maybe you see that, oh, you are getting a lot of money from your job. You are able to get some allowances here and there. Okay, now I want to know how I should be able to invest properly so that in the next 5 years, I should be able to have some good amount of money to go and marry. Do you see? Maybe you are not married, so you are looking for money to go and marry. Okay, good. Or you want to build a house. Whatever you want to do with that money, you have to set it up. So when you approach a mentor that, you know that, oh, please, this is my situation and I want you to support me to do that. Okay, so you present that goal to the person. That is what you want to achieve. And now the mentor will guide you. No mentor forces a mentee to do anything. The mentor will now guide you. So if a mentor is guiding you on what to do to achieve that goal, it is up to you to take it or not to take it. So if you feel that, oh, I'm taking it, so we should move. You should be able to let the mentor know that, okay, this thing that you are teaching me, I like it. So I want to come back. When can I come back? You should be the one pursuing your mentor and not the other way around. Yes, sometimes maybe you feel that your mentor is too busy and is not coming forth. Yes, you have to look for the person. You have to find the person. But if I say look for the person, it's not like you are always barging at the person, calling the person at all hours, speaking anyhow to your mentor and all of that. I think that once a person has accepted to support you on a particular journey, you should be ready to come in terms with that person's own focus as well. You should be able to understand what the person is doing. Maybe that person is a bank manager, so you have to be careful when you even call the person, when you even decide to go and see the person physically. The person suggests that, oh, you can come at this time. You should also make time to go there at that particular time and meet up with the person. No, not giving excuses. Oh, and then when I was coming, there was traffic and it was raining and the car tire burst and so. If you have an appointment with your mentor, make time for it, because definitely you had booked that appointment with the person for some time. And so make time for the person and don't give excuses. Sometimes mentor-mentee relationship lasts so long, maybe even that goal that you set up for the person to help you has been achieved, but you feel that the person can continue to support you in other areas. And so you continue to be that person's friend, and then you submit things to the person. Oh, I'm applying for this job. Can you help me look at my CV? Can you help me work this application letter out and all those things? You should give the person time to read through. You should give it to the person at a time that the person will be able to read through for you. Before you come and say that, oh, when I even gave you my CV to review for me, you didn't review it for me. You were going for an interview. You are going for an interview tomorrow. You submit your CV to your mentor today. What time should the mentor use to review that CV for you? It is not fair, you see. So let's also be mindful of the concerns of our mentors when we find one. We have mentors for different things, for different goals that we have set up for yourself. We should identify the people that we are comfortable with, people that we can be accountable to at any point in time. Okay. And then we should expand our knowledge. We should expand our knowledge. Every goal that we set for ourselves, we should expand our knowledge on that area. We should expand our knowledge on that particular area that we are pursuing, or where we want to develop ourselves individually on. We should expand our knowledge. There's so much wealth of knowledge on the internet out there, and we can always pursue it. And ultimately, we must stay positive. Personal development is a journey, and if you are not positive about it, you might burn out. You might lose faith in what you are trying to do. Okay, so let's say you are on a journey to getting a new job. You have stayed at home for, let's say, 2 years or more. You have finished school. You know that, oh, you in school, you were so good, you were so intelligent. So by now, all your CVs should be bringing you jobs, but that has not been the case. Okay, so maybe you are pursuing something. You are pursuing a second degree. You are pursuing a professional course or something. Stay positive. Stay positive, because it is actually in your positivity that people will see good in you. If you go for an interview or you go somewhere and then you look unkempt, you look sad, you look unwell, you look like somebody who has been running the whole day, somebody who you don't keep yourself well. When you go somewhere like that, you will not be accepted, and you think that people don't like you, or maybe you are not doing something right. Yes, what you are not doing right is that you are not being positive. Be very positive. Believe in yourself that whatever development path that you are pursuing is achievable. Sometimes it takes time. You see the video that we watched earlier on the drama. I really like the drama and the concept around the drama. He was playing, his hand was actually cut from a previous concert, but he was still playing to ensure that whatever they had trained to come and deliver at that program will be successful, even in the midst of the blood that was coming. He knew that blood is not what is going to kill him, or that cut was not going to kill him. He was just focused on the goal. He was focused on ensuring that whatever orchestra that he was playing for, whatever event he was playing at, was going to be successful. And the success was actually dependent on what he was drumming or what he was playing on the drums. So that is how we should pursue or view our personal development journey. It might be rough, it might be long, it might be unpredictable, but once that is the goal, that is where we want to get to. Until we have gotten there, we should not lose hope. Until we have gotten what we want, to avoid any kind of blame on our superiors or our employers. And I was not given the chance to do this, and I was not given the chance to do this. What does your job require? What do you require to grow, to develop in that space? Look for it yourself and pursue it. Look for it yourself and pursue it. Okay, can we move on? Okay, so these are some areas that we could identify and effectively build a niche around it, okay, through personal development. Some of us, we are very, very good mathematically. Some of us are very, very good mathematically. We have, our IQ is tuned in a way that when we see maths, it's like somebody reading English or speaking the English language, and it's just at our fingertips. What can we do with it? Just identify something that you can do with it, with math. Maybe you want to start a maths club, something innovative, something wow, something that you do that will bring people or will catch people's ideas, will catch people's mind and bring them to you. That can actually be a niche that you are carving for yourself. Linguistic intelligence, speaking, public speaking, okay? Public speaking in an area, a particular topic. As I said earlier on, content creation is a big thing now. You can put something up every week. You are speaking either on camera, on audio, whatever, or you have written it out and posted on social media, LinkedIn, all those places that you can actually promote yourself, because it's one about branding and also about carving a niche for yourself. Okay, musical intelligence. Some of us can play the music very well. What are we using that intelligence for? What are we using that kind of knowledge that we know for? Aside you being a medical doctor and you can play instrument, what are you using it apart from also playing it in church, which is excellent, but then you can also give it out to other people, and that is the niche that you have carved for yourself. Medical Association of Musicians, whatever name that you want to give it, you have carved the niche for yourself, and that is what you are doing for yourself as an individual. And it helps to avoid burnout. It avoids a lot of stress on us as individuals. Okay. And then guidance and counseling. Some of us, we can give advice like no one's business. We have ideas, we have solutions to every single problem. As young as we are, we have like very good solutions, very good strategies for every situation that we find ourselves in. Health and wellness is another area that you can carve a niche for yourself. Now, health and wellness is a big thing. A lot of people are having challenges with their health. So if you also love that, if that is the area that you feel you have a lot of strength there, you can carve a niche for yourself over there. You can brand yourself in that area. Catering and hospitality, creative intelligence. So when we talk about creative intelligence, we are talking about people who can do poetry, who can draw the art and craft, all those people, okay? Even those who can do decoration, okay? All those things are areas that you can carve a niche for yourself and actually have a branded code for yourself. You have branded yourself in that area. So when we are looking for somebody who is good at organizing events, oh, you are the person that everybody is coming to, or you are one of the people that people will always want. It takes time to be able to build brands, to be able to carve a niche for yourself that people will know. But then one step at a time is better than no step at all. And then collaborative intelligence. Some of us, we know how to maneuver around the internet, the use of, how do we call this thing? Teams, using teams to work in organizations. Some people don't know how to use it. Others are very good at it, are able to post knowledge over there, are able to put documents out there. People are working together on it and all of that. So if that is what you know how to do, protect it. Okay, protect it and know what is up currently, what are the current trends in all of these areas, and be able to put yourself out there. not putting yourself out there in a negative way, but in a very positive way. There are a lot of platforms that you can go on, and LinkedIn is a very big platform that you can actually show yourself and what you are, who you are, and what you can do. How many of us have LinkedIn handles? How many of us have LinkedIn handles? If you have LinkedIn handle, give me a thumbs up. Okay, I can see a lot of us have it. Lots of us have it. Yes, so we need to put in our best to put out the things that we can do, not your 8 to 5 job alone. Not your 8 to 5 job alone. What you can do aside the 8 to 5 job. Look for it and carve a niche around it, and then portray yourself, put yourself out there for other people to see. Yes, you can post for maybe 2 years, 1 year, nobody will call you, nobody will say anything to you. You can also use your WhatsApp status, you can use Facebook, anything that you think that people can follow and know what you do, and then be able, and you can actually be happy around that strength that you have, and then you are portraying it to the whole world. Okay, let's move on. So these are some websites. I know you may know several others that you can actually go and apply for courses. There are short courses there that you can apply for to develop yourself as an individual. These are some of the websites that I found. You can add others also over there, because I know that there might be some are free, some are paid. I think some courses, there might be some websites that have courses which are free, and then some which you will have to pay for. So the first one is Coursera. Okay, Coursera offers a wide range of courses from top universities and companies, and it provides access to quality education across various fields. So you can go there, look for the ones that are free. Some are free, and I think some of them too are paid. And I think the paid one is also good because you get certificates. Some of them are, you can do it and not get a certificate. But then if you don't get a certificate, but then the skill that you have acquired, you can use it. Why not? Okay. And there's also LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning provides video courses taught by industry experts in software, creativity, and business skills. So when you go on LinkedIn, you can look for LinkedIn Learning and then use that to study any field that you want to broaden your knowledge on, or you want to develop yourself around. And then there's also edX.org. edX.org offers online courses from prestigious universities and institutions, and it's focused on a wide range of subjects as well. So edX too, you can go there and have, I think they even have courses from Harvard, from MIT, and other big institutions. So when you do it, you get a certificate from these institutions, even though you have done it online. There's also Mastermind Flow. Mastermind Flow is a platform for creating and participating in mastermind groups, focusing on collaborative, personal, and professional growth. Okay, it provides peer support through engagement with groups of like-minded individuals for mutual support and accountability. Okay, so it will help you to also expand your scope. Yes, somebody is saying let's add ALX to the list. Yes, I know now ALX, a lot of young people are pursuing courses on ALX a lot. Yes. So yes, so ALX, I think ALX should come first before Coursera, in fact. So yes. And then there's also Mastermind. There's Future Learn, there's Masterclass, there's Mastermind, there's Udemy, and then there's also Khan Academy. Khan Academy, there's the kids side, but there's Khan Academy itself. And you know, sometimes even specific topics, Khan Academy can give you a YouTube video to explain certain things to you on Khan Academy. Yes, you can go there and then get that kind of information on things that you want to get more information on. And then there's Mind Tools and then Life Hack. All these are relevant websites that you can go on there and get some skills for your personal development. Okay, so these are the ones that I can suggest to you. Somebody is saying II Africa, Ghana 1000. Okay, so yes, so you can, the list is endless. I mean, if you have any, you can share it so that other people can also benefit from it. Other people can also benefit from what you know. Okay, these are the ones that I know of and I'm sharing with you. So you can also share. I think that there's no need keeping such information to yourself. If you have benefited from something online, it's a free world, it's a free space. And so it's good you share it that, oh, this is something that I learned on this space. Yes, people are putting in a lot of other sites. So if you can write it, I know the session is being recorded, but maybe you can write it, keep it, and then use it later on. Okay, please let's move on. Okay, so I would like to conclude by saying that personal development is a conscious commitment to personal growth and improving oneself. We have to dedicate time and resources towards self-improvement. You need to dedicate your time. You need to dedicate resources to it. So your time being that you are dedicated to that approach or whatever goal that you have set for yourself that you want to develop around it, we need to dedicate time to it. We need to be committed. And also resources. So time is a resource, but then also sometimes our money might go. Some courses that you may want to develop yourself around, some areas, specific development areas, you may have to pay for it. So we must also be ready to part with some money. Some of us, we use a lot of money. The phones that we are using that does not even match up to our pay grade, but we are using it, we bought it, or someone even bought it for us. When the people tell you that they are going to buy that expensive phone for you and you can't, and you have a personal development program that you want to pursue, please exchange that for the personal development path or the personal development pursuit, instead of obtaining that expensive phone that you can't even buy enough credit onto it. Okay, sometimes some gifts will come, they might ask you, oh, what do you want? So you tell them that, oh, I want to pursue this course, so can you pay for me, and then I'll go for that course or go for this skill tree for myself. Yes, so I think that I'll end it here. And if there are any questions, you could ask. I don't know whether you are going to ask it. So I'll leave it to the admins. Are they supposed to put it on the chat box or they are supposed to open their mouth and speak? I would love to hear people's voices sincerely. I've been speaking for almost an hour or more. So I would love to hear other people's voices and know that I've been speaking to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Auntie Gertrude. Thank you so much. And the session was really, really educative. The part I love was that you said that mentorship can be for over many seasons and years over your life. And I think you've been my mentor for almost 20 years now. Yeah, it's been a long time. So we're going to take feedback now. The QR code is going to come. Then you give your feedback. Then right after that, you ask your questions. So the Q&A down there, kindly type your questions in there, and I'm going to read it. And Auntie Gertrude is going to answer them. So kindly scan this QR code and give us feedback on this session that we had. Kindly scan it. And also, I think the link will also be put into the chat so that those who are unable to scan can have access to it. And we're also going to send it to your emails so that you can have access to it. So we have just a few minutes. We have another webinar coming up soon, so we need to do this quickly. All right, kindly scan it. And also we'll send the email. Guys, there's a Q&A section down there. Kindly type your questions in there if you have any questions. Kindly scan and give your feedback. The link is also in the Okay, so you have 2 more minutes to do the feedback. And these are a few questions that some people are asking in the chat. Someone said, my question is, please, can knowing your personality or temperaments be of help to personal development?
Mhm.
That's
Okay.
what Salome wants to know.
Okay. Do you want me to answer the question individually, or you call out a number and then, like, I mean, a number of the questions and then I'll answer them together, or I should answer them as
Okay.
you ask them, right?
Okay, so there are 2 questions now. Then the other question was asked earlier. Someone asked if what area of personal life should one place priority on in terms of developing it? So these
Okay.
are the 2 questions that have come so far.
Okay. Thank you. So in terms of our personality, yes. So our personality also helps us to know our strengths and our weaknesses. Okay. So if you know your temperament, yes, you know what kind of personal development path you would want to pursue. So if you are, for instance, an introvert, your personal development path cannot or will not necessarily be public speaking. You would want to pursue something that is more of things in the background. You would want to do things that are at the background and not things that are fronting you, because you introverts kind of lose a lot of energy when a lot of people are around them. They are not able to sustain that energy for long. But if you're an extrovert, yes, speaking, yes, you can do personal development journey on that. But then I want to add quickly that our temperaments do change as we are growing. And so that is also an aspect of psychological development that you would want to pursue. Because sometimes we lose things, or we lose opportunities because we are boxed in our temperaments. We are very much boxed in our temperament. Maybe you are a melancholic, and so you don't want to get involved in any people, you don't want to be free with people, you don't want to associate with people, you are always keeping to yourself. Sometimes you might be losing out on a lot if you do that. So even though you have known yourself as a melancholic, you begin to transition into other temperaments through self-help. Okay, so that can actually be a journey that you embark on, because you realize that, oh no, if I box myself in this particular temperament, it does not help me. So let me try and then move away from it and then build myself more, because maybe when I am this temperament a little, maybe yes, you are still a melancholic, but then you realize that, oh, if I go into a particular area, it will also be helpful. So you actually come out of that shell and then be able to pursue other things that will help you develop. Please, I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, please. Thank you so much.
Okay, the next question was about
what
personal
areas of your personal life should one place priority on in terms of personal development?
So
Okay. Hello, Pastor Mark.
Yes,
So
please.
we would like that we complete the feedback session, just a minute more to complete it, so that learners can focus on giving the feedback.
Okay.
Then afterwards we can give the rest of the time to the questions and answers. Yes.
That's fine. Okay.
So we really want people to give us the feedback. I'm putting it in the chat again, and it's also on the screen, so that we can complete that. So just 1 more minute for feedback, and then we can progress into the Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Guys, we really need you to give us feedback.
Unfortunately, only 10 have failed, and that is, we have more than 100 people on the call
Yes,
too.
we've had over 120 people on this call, so we need more feedback so that we can give you more programs just like this, so that it's more tailored and more directed to your needs. So kindly jump on the link and the QR code and fill in the feedback. So if we can do this quickly, I would appreciate it. Thank you, Samuel. Waiting for the rest. Please, I can't open the link. Copy it and paste it in your browser. It should work. Copy the link and paste it in your browser. Yes, so those who are saying it doesn't appear as a link to click on, just copy the text and paste it into your Chrome or whatever browser you have on your phone, and it should open. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Cephas. Thank you, Joshua. Benedict, thank you. Guys, let's do this quickly because your questions are there and we need to answer them. So let's do the feedback part quickly. Thank you, Prempe. Thank you, Cephas. Jean, I'm not sharing Auntie Gertrude, please. I'm very jealous about this, my mentor. And Ruth, how many people have we gotten to fill the forms now?
George, can you tell us how many we have now?
Okay. Someone said they are trying to copy it, but it's not working.
We have about 10 people right now. We are not filling the feedback actually.
But please refresh it. I'm unable to copy it, so please. Some are unable to copy it. The link, but is it possible to? Okay, thank you, Anita. Thank you, Philomena. Thank you, Deborah. Isaac, please try again. Salome is unable to copy the link. Richard is also saying he's unable to copy it. Is it possible to send it to their emails or something?
Yes, I think we can do that together with a recording after the session.
Yes. Because I think some people are using their phones and are unable to click on the link or copy it. Yeah, and we can also drop it on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
If that can be done now, that would be
so we share that with the
recording.
The recording on the WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so
thank you.
Someone is asking, I am a nurse who has a voracious appetite for learning, and I enjoy technical subjects like technology, healthcare, and science. I crave too much for perfection and sometimes hold too much high standards. I'm quick-tempered, so how will you recommend I handle my temper? And how will I benefit from my interest and passion to learn non-stop? Auntie Gertrude?
Hi, I'm here. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you for that question. So, yes, for your area of passion, that is your strength. Okay, so yes, you can pursue courses or programs that will help you to expand on that and then carve a niche for yourself around that. But then the aspect that you're talking about being quick-tempered, I think that is more of psychological, emotional intelligence development bit that I spoke about. And so you could actually look at how you can manage situations like that. Because if you are well learned, and you said you are a nurse, right? If I heard right, you said it's a nurse.
Yes, she said she's a nurse, yes.
So if you are a nurse and you are quick-tempered, that means that you are kind of subtly pushing people away from you. People might not be able to say it, but then when they come to your facility and then you are the one there, and they know that maybe you have shouted at somebody before, or the way you related to somebody some time ago, they might not even want to come to you. And so I think that you should allow your strengths to overshadow the weakness. Okay. So if I say let your strength overshadow the weakness, focus more on developing yourself in your strength. You say you want to learn more. So maybe you can actually pursue studies and then even do a PhD in nursing and then become a consultant nurse in a facility. Okay. So now you not even be attending to the patients directly. So you will be a consultant nurse or even a lecturer in the School of Nursing. Okay, so if you love to learn, I think that academia is a great thing. You can pursue everything in nursing that needs to be done to the topmost level, so that it will also push you away from patients if you are not able to manage the temper issues. Yes, but I think that as a, are you a lady? Like, is she a lady or a gentleman? Whatever. I mean,
she's a lady.
Yes, as for temper issues and then the kind of job that you are into, I think it is very necessary that you embark on such a journey. I think you can search online for emotional intelligence, read about emotional intelligence, and then you can just send me a hi on WhatsApp or something, and then we can look for some templates to fill out in terms of knowing yourself and how you can build your strength on that. I think, yeah, I think we can do that. Yes.
Okay. So this is the final question. I realize at the job place, people who are mostly outgoing are perceived confident, more likely to be given leadership role. I am not that type, that noisy, but I really like to hold leadership roles. Is it necessary to change my temperament, or there's a way I can put myself out there even though I am an introvert?
Great. So yes, people like that, and I would say I am also like that. Personally, I am also like that. There are people like that. You can work. You love to take up position. If it is given to you, you will do it and do it perfectly well. But you're not the type who would go out there and be making noise like some other people will do and all of that. But I think that as we are growing, we have to, take it by force. Whatever it takes. If that is what you want, if you know that this opportunity has come and you want to pursue it, yes, you are an introvert, but Charlie, put the introversion aside, because people are taking it and they are not even able to do it properly. But you can even do it well and you are hiding because, oh, me dear. No. I think as we are going, these temperament things are in books. We need to move out of that. Yes, take it and do it. Open your mouth and talk and say, oh, I can do it. Even if it is in a very mild tone or whatever, put yourself out there and do it. Sometimes you end up and you finish and you're like, hey, did they hear me? Yes, they heard you. And so there are people who are even talking and they are not talking anything. They are doing things. It doesn't bring any value or anything. So you that you have the value, please, let's come out of our shells as introverts or people melancholic or whatever. We should look at the strength in that and utilize it. Maybe you might want to have another session on temperament, understanding our temperament and how to manage ourselves at work and manage work-life balance with our temperament. You can have a session on that, but I think that we don't have to throw ourselves in our shells when it comes to our temperament. Yes.
Thank you so much, Auntie Gertrude. Guys, unfortunately, we are out of time. I know we're having so much fun, but we have to go. Thank you so much, Auntie Gertrude. Like she said, come out of your shell and take up the position and do what you can do. We have to go. We have another webinar on Friday. So guys, stay tuned and we're going to continue this. Guys, we're so sorry, but we have to go. We'll do the rest on the next session. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. See you on Friday.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
so much,
Thank
and
you,
good
Auntie
night to all of
Gertrude.
you.
Okay. So, Ruth, are we off?
Yeah, yes, please. I'm ending the session now.
Okay, all right. Thank you.